The biggest game in week 2 of the college football season will feature the number 3 ranked Texas Longhorns on the road at Michigan. This line's been bet up from 4 all the way to 7.5 at some books. Is it too many points? Well, we're going to talk about it, but before we do, I got to tell you about a promotion we have available right now at wagertalk.com. For a limited time, you can get 3 days, all sports, all access, only $49. You can get that for any handicapper of your choice at wagertalk.com, including this guy right here. Now, I did have a poor showing in week 1. We lost our 5% play on Texas A&M. And while that was heartbreaking, and I am acknowledging the loss, we can still focus on the positive. If you look at big plays, 4% or higher at wagertalk.com, number 1 the last 7 days, number 1 for the calendar year of 2024. You go back 1,000 days at wagertalk.com, number 1 on the leaderboards with 4% plays or higher. So you can feel awful confident if you're taking advantage of that 3-day pass with the Iceman. I also started the 2022 NFL season on a perfect 10-0 run. NFL kicks off this week. As always, no obligation to purchase anything. You're more than welcome to tune in for the free content and just absorb the free picks. The only thing I ask from you is that you take the time to smash that like button, and that will allow me to keep on putting out these videos. So we got Texas as a touchdown favorite. The total is sitting at 43.5. So the spread has gone up. The total has gone down, which is a little bit of a contradiction in my mind, because if Texas is going to cover a bigger spread, they probably have to score more points. But maybe they're just thinking that Michigan's offense is just that bad. And it did not look good in week 1 against the Fresno State Bulldogs. Michigan did win the game by a score of 30-10. That result was a little bit misleading. I think the biggest concern is the quarterback position for Michigan. You were hoping, or Michigan fans were hoping, that Alex Orji would win the job. He was their preferred choice to take over as starting quarterback after the departure of J.J. McCarthy. But somehow he failed to win the job, and Davis Warren came in, threw for 118 yards, a touchdown, and a pick on 15 of 25 passing against Fresno State. That's Iowa-type numbers. And you look at this Michigan team, yeah, they're defending national champions, but they lost their entire offensive line. They lost their quarterback. They lost basically players at all the skill positions. They lost their entire offense. And we've seen what can happen to teams when they lose their entire offense. Just look at Florida State after losing Jordan Travis, Keon Coleman, Johnny Wilson. They're not looking so good right now. And Michigan, yeah, their defense is elite. They still have one of the best defenses in the country. But what does that get you when you're up against a legit top 5 ranked team? Well, we got a case study for that. You just look at Iowa. Iowa against ranked teams. This is over the last 2 seasons, their last 5 games against ranked teams. 26-0 versus Michigan, 35-0 versus Tennessee in the bowl game, 31-0 versus Penn State, 54-10 versus Ohio State, 27-14 versus Michigan. You just can't beat top 5 ranked teams with no offense and only defense. I don't think this bodes well for the Michigan Wolverines. Texas was impressive, 52-0 against a Colorado State team that's got some NFL caliber talent on it. Texas got those wide receivers from Alabama, and their pieces are starting to fit together. Let's not forget this Texas team went into Tuscaloosa and won 34-24 in week 2 last year. I think we will see a similar result here, a 10-point win or a double-digit win for the Texas Longhorns at Ann Arbor, because Michigan, right now, they don't look like Michigan. They look like Iowa, and that doesn't cut it. So we're going to take Texas minus the 7 points. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you've got anything to say to me, even if it's nasty, you hit me up in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.